freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 0, Candace Collins. A 5'3" freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, number 5, Chandler Duncan. A 5'6" junior from Eaton, Ohio, number 11, Ellie Mowden. A 5'8" freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 12, Morgan Crow. And the 6'2" freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, number 30, Santasia Thomas. Defiance is head coached by Courtney P.A. and assistant coached by William Rome. And now the starting lineup for your Grace Christian University Tigers. At guard, the 5'7" senior from Bel Air, Michigan, number 4, Julia Schultz. At guard, the 5'6" freshman from Battle Creek, Michigan, number 5, Emily Clacking. At guard, the 5'7" sophomore from Warsaw, Indiana, number 14, Jessie Deliso. At guard, the 5'7" freshman from Comstock Park, Michigan, number 22, Sierra Fonseca. And at forward, a 5'10" freshman from Hart, Michigan, number 33, Rhea Hellenhouse. Tigers are head coached by Dennis Graham, assistant coached by A.J. Stanley and Ricky Summerfield.
All right, folks, and we're almost ready to get started here. Welcome to Grace Christian Basketball. One of the last games of the 2024 year. And we're excited to see the Grace Christian Tigers play against the Defiance Yellow Jackets, Defiance College. They're coming out of Defiance, Ohio, and we're playing them for the first time. Both teams are doing pretty well this year. Both fighting real hard with some lower records, but having a good year. Defiance taking it all the way to the hoop, falls to the ground. Rebound. Thomas gets fouled going to the line. First free throw up, no good. Second free throw, no good. Talisa almost got the rebound. She's boxing out. Both players going after it. Looks like Crow knocked it out of bounds. Clacking bringing it up the floor here. Trying to run the offense. Good defense here from the Yellow Jackets. And the ball is on the floor. Looks like as Thomas was going after that rebound, she rolled, and they called that a travel. Can't roll with the ball, even though that was good, good hustle. Fonseca with a 3 attempt, couldn't get it to fall. Hollins kicking it out to the corner. A scoop, no good. Rebound. Well, Thomas is going to be there all night long with that height advantage, and she's grabbing those rebounds left and right. I think she might have 2 or 3 rebounds already. 2-0. Clacking kicks it out. Almost a good look for Fonseca. Oh, gets a block inside. Thomas swatted that one. Jumper off the glass, and Thomas is there to grab that rebound. 2 rebounds in a row. Man, Fonseca pulls it down. She's going to try to find somebody here. Kicking it out. Oh, good look from Clacking. No good, though. A little long. Oh, inside shot there. Hollins taking it up strong, draws the foul. Good pass from the point guard, Moen, running the floor. Hollins gets the roll. Second one. Up and no good, off the rim. Almost a turnover. And they're calling it, what'd they call? Out of bounds, maybe? I didn't get that one. Not a good call. But oh well. A turnover, and Fonseca pulls it out. She's getting some high pressure from Haynes up at the top of the key. Now Hollins is on her. Clacking at the top, swinging. Schultz not quite open. They got 6 seconds on the shot clock, it looked like 8 actually, and got a little bit of air in that shot. Putting a little bit of pressure on, but unfortunately, Duncan had a wide open lane and just took it upon herself to take it all the way. And they have 5-0. Grace trying to get the offense running, but unfortunately just not getting it inside. Can't get it going. So Coach Graham's going to call a quick timeout here. See if we can get something going. After 3 minutes of not scoring, we got to figure something else out. So as I was saying earlier, Grace's record 2-8. Defiance record is 1-10. Defiance is in the NCAA Division III. Grace is in the NCCAA Division II. Very similar skill levels. Defiance driving in, kicks it out, and a steal by Clacking. Clacking's dribbling up, looks up, nobody open, gives it to Schultz. Good pressure by the Yellow Jackets, swinging it inside. Calizzo gets it closer. Oh, she almost gets it just off the rim. That's the closest we've gotten all night. Duncan drives. Wow, what a drive. Hard to stop that. She's got 4 for Defiance, and Clacking kicks it out to Julia Schultz for 3. No good, off the rim. Hustle back on defense. 7-0, 6:12 on the clock. To the corner. Haynes drives, kicks out. Top of the key. That is McElroy, and a rebound for Grace. Schultz stops. Calizzo all the way to the basket. Jumper, no good. Again, off the rim. I've made comments like this before, but sometimes when there's appears to be like a cover on the rim or something, and like a gremlin over there, I'm just going to take that gremlin cover off, and hopefully they can make a bucket here. Wow. Oh, and a steal. 2 on 3. Driving all the way. Big rebound. And a nice jumper. So that was Chittenden with the jumper. Great rebound by Mitchell to get her the kick out. And a bucket. We finally got on the board, 9-2. But the Jackets are wanting to run. Kick out to the corner. Chittenden again, no good. Calizzo with the rebound. Schultz to Clacking. Clacking wide open. Off the rim. Got to get a stop here. Duncan likes to drive. She got stopped. Picks it up again. Long 3 from McElroy. A rebound inside from Mitchell, and she puts it in. No, that's not Mitchell. I'm sorry. That's Barrett. I apologize. Mitchell and Barrett, 2 different players. Couldn't see the number. There we go. Fonseca gets us back on the board. Brings us within 7, 11-5. Good ball movement, but good hustle by Grace. Clacking getting on the floor. Coach Graham really happy with the hustle. 4:03 on the clock. We got some subs coming in. Their master rebounder Thomas is back in the game. She was grabbing a lot of rebounds earlier. And they boxed her out. Good box out from Tori Walling. Clacking for 3. High arcing shot, and it's good. Wow, we needed that. Brings us back within 3 with 3:39 on the clock. Hoping to get a stop here defensively. Drive to the lane, no good. That was Crow for the drive. Moving the ball around. Walling kicks it back out to Fonseca for 3. Oh, almost a save there by Julia Schultz, and couldn't get it, just a hair out of bounds. 3:03 on the clock. Clock is still running. And it took about 6 seconds off the clock. They think they're going to throw that back on there, I bet. There we go, 3:08 on the clock. No. Wow, yeah. I think they forgot to turn the clock off. And now the clock's not moving. And they're going to take it out of bounds. Having a little clock issues right now, I think. You know, it is a little cold in here, and that might have been why Grace had some cold shooting to begin with, but they're starting to warm up. Wynn gets it inside to Thomas. Thomas, good move. Nice jumper. She's a solid player. 8-13 with 2:45 on the clock. Clacking looking, but couldn't find anything. You got Walling at the top of the key. Walling swings. Clacking for the jumper. Off the rim. Hallenhaus is inside, but they're playing some really good defense. Good defense there by Schultz. Lots of rebounds by the Yellow Jackets. Going on, everybody getting on the floor. Long 3, no good, and going out of bounds. Grace ball. That was a good look from Moen. Just couldn't get it to go. a tall team, and they're aggressive. They're going after all the baskets, all the rebounds. We got to get our rebounds too. Box out. Clacking. Got some muscle inside. Getting triple teamed. You got to swing the ball. You know, wide open Fonseca on the other side, and then she's going to shoot it. Boom. Oh, it looked good. And a big rebound by Mitchell. Now, yeah, that's Mitchell. Win with the jumper and the rebound and the second shot, but couldn't get it to go. This time we get a foul. Mitchell's been very aggressive against Walling up there at the top of the key, and this time they call a foul, a little push. Maybe that will deter her from pushing further in the next plays. She is being very aggressive on the defense. I'll give her credit. Fonseca, top of the key. Walling. Oh, she had an open player. Hellenhaus open. Going inside to Walling, kicking it out. Fonseca for three, just under the net. Rushed it a little bit. Had to shoot it at the end of the shot clock period there. Only with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Moen taking it up the court. With 52 seconds on the clock. High pick, kick out. Long three for Haynes, no good, and a great rebound. Great rebound by Reyna. Rhea. And they called the foul. That was on Candace Hollins. That was her first. Yep, you had... Rhea was wide open, but just a tough pass. Hellenhaus got her on her back and is posting up. Just couldn't see her until too late. Another clock issue. Going to 25 seconds on the clock. No shot clock left. 13-8. Duncan gets the ball inbounds. Calls for a high pick. Hollins, dribble drive, kick out. They're trying to move the offense. Another kick out. Long three from Haynes, no good. And a rebound by Walling. And that is the end of the quarter. Grace barely stayed with him, had some good shots, good looks. Towards the middle of the quarter, the Yellow Jackets are playing some really solid defense and giving Grace a lot of trouble. And they're rebounding, going after everything. Tough team. And some big players. So we'll take a little break here, another 30 seconds. Hope everybody's having a Merry Christmas. It's going to be exciting to have a little bit of break. We're finally out of work next week, and we can relax and have some fun with family. It'll be good. I need a break. But I always love being here for basketball. most of the Grace students have gone home for the semester already, and if you're out there listening, that's hope you're having a good break. But some of the students are still here on campus, either for basketball or working on campus and cleaning up the place. So we just have a few people on campus yet, but not very many. All right, and we get started with the second quarter. Clacking takes it up the court. Hellenhaus wide open again. They're fronting her. Uh-oh. Clacking got it stolen. Clacking with a little bit of a push, but didn't get called. Haynes with a finish. Oh. Almost a turnover. Going into Hellenhaus. Hellenhaus wide open. Oh, just off the rim. And they got to get back on defense. They want to run. Hollins all the way to the hoop. Draws the foul. Not afraid to go into the trees. And this first one is up and good. Hollins with her first bucket. Or her second, sorry. She had a free throw earlier. And the second one is no good. Walling with the rebound. Clacking trying to chase it down. Stops it. Good recovery. She's trying to shake and bake. Couldn't shake that defense. Clacking trying to go inside. Dribble drive. No good. And she tries it again. Getting bumped by Duncan. Fonseca with the three-pointer. Uh-oh. Schultz hit the floor pretty hard. Got to get back on defense. Duncan for three. Off the rim. Big rebound again by Mitchell. Right place, right time, I think, but she boxed her out. Grace down 8-18. Hellenhaus getting boxed out by Mitchell. Not letting her get anything easy. Yeah, there we go. And the foul. That's what we've been trying to do all night. Just can't find her. They're not looking inside the Hellenhaus. I like what I see. The high-low from Hellenhaus and Walling. If Walling can turn around and see her down low, she was wide open. Schultz taking a break. Calizzo back in the game for Grace. Hellenhaus, second one off the mark. Duncan bringing it up the floor. Over to Hollins. Back to Duncan. To Haynes. Long three from Wynn. Rebound Thomas again. Rebound Hollins. And she got fouled. It looks like on Calizzo. Out of bounds. Hollins cross-court pass. The drive, no good. Haynes almost had a good look there. Grace fortunate to get the rebound. Calizzo almost dribbles it away. Gives it up to Fonseca. Dribble too much and you get it stolen. Oh, good take. And guess who? Thomas gets that rebound. Just kind of fell right into her hands. Clacking trying to shake her. She's getting two people trying to double team her a little bit. Haynes giving her some pressure. Fonseca chases it down. Hellenhaus open in the middle, nobody looking. Fonseca jumps. Haynes. Inbounds. Wynn gets a shot, gets a rebound, and tries a second try, no good. And Fonseca is able to bring it up the court. A lot of pressure from Haynes. Clacking with an open look. We needed that. Just off the rim. Duncan tries to drive, and that's called a charge. She ran right into Clacking, knocking her over. Great defense by Clacking, stepping in front of her, sacrificing her body. What a good play. And she's shaking up a little bit, but she's doing good. Nice defensive play. Still down by 11 with 6:13 left in the half. See if we can get some inside shots again. Nope, Schultz forced it in. Wasn't there. When inside person's being fronted like that. Ooh, a big three by Haynes. When a person's being fronted like that, you got to be careful throwing the inbounds in play like that, trying to get it inside. Hallenhaus wide open. She goes up, hoping for the foul, no good. Good defense by the Yellow Jackets. Duncan almost lost it, gives it up. Wynn couldn't finish. Fonseca goes all the way to the basket, off the glass, no good. Man, that's frustrating for all players. Pass off the leg, Wynn couldn't control that one. Nobody's gonna catch one thrown at your feet. Julia Schultz goes all the way up with the bump, and she's going to the line, I think. No, it's gonna be out of bounds. I thought it was on the shot. They called it on the floor. Van Mancha into the game. Haven't seen her play yet. Giving our players some much needed rest on the bench. This is a tough game. Kick out to Clacking. Clacking just off. And Grace just can't rebound. Can't get that rebound. Good drive inside. Haynes finishing. Haynes has 7 for Defiance, and Haynes gets another steal. Easy layup. Haynes has quick hands, quick feet. Tough team. Down 27-9. It's getting away from us a little bit here. Coach Graham needs that timeout. Talk it over. Wish I could go down there and show Coach Graham what it looks like from up here, but I'm seeing a lot of open players down near the basket, and we're just not finding them inside. We might have our back turned to them, or we're looking for the swing pass instead of going inside. And then when we finally do swing it inside, they're not open anymore. It's too late. And we probably would be in this game if it weren't for those passes and a few of the other turnovers. Grace ball out of bounds at the far end of the court here on the left side. And again, as I said, 4:28 on the clock. Fonseca getting fronted in the inside, can't see inside, so they go to Calizzo. Julia drives, gives it up to Calizzo for 2, off the rim. Schultz getting on the floor, good hustle, but now they got to get back on defense. Mancha trying to catch. Mancha gets a handle on it, trying to catch Duncan. Staying with Duncan everywhere she goes. And the turnaround, big rebound from Fonseca. And they're going to call a foul on Barrett. She didn't think she did anything. Fonseca driving up. Gets it to Mancha. Mancha kicks it over to Clacking, a little too long. Good idea, just Clacking's not that tall. Mancha with the foul for the reach in. Putting a lot of pressure. Got the drive for Crow. Crow goes up, no good. Calizzo with the rebounds. Fonseca trying to find something here. Looking inside. Calizzo is open. She's getting travel, by Clacking. Those kinds of turnovers are frustrating. Coach Graham looks a little frustrated, just like I think the team is, just like we are. Players on the inside trying to post up are getting a lot of fouls. They're not calling anything. They're being very aggressive. Good spin move, hoping for a foul. She did not get the call. Barrett is hustling back, though, on defense. Schultz inside to Calizzo. Calizzo gets the shot off the rim. Big rebound by Barrett. Calizzo steals it to Clacking. Clacking does a pump fake. Gives it up to Fonseca for 2. No good. Rebound. Yellow Jackets. And a foul on Calizzo. She at least went after it. Haynes had the rebound and didn't have anywhere to go. Jumper from Hollins. No good. Kick out. Big tip by Barrett, but Grace pulls it down. And a steal from Duncan. Duncan's driving. She wants to move, and she goes in, runs right into Calizzo, and that is called a block. I believe that looked like she was set. If we could have a replay, I'd say she was set. Folks at home can rewind. We just can't do that here. Coach Stanley is asking the referee, how long does she have to stand in the lane in order to get the call? It's possible that she might not have gotten the call because of her falling sideways. Sometimes taking charges can be tricky. I've taken a lot of them in my day, and I know there's a science to it. And Fonseca is getting a lot of pressure. Mancha gives it up to Julia Schultz. What a good hustle and good look from Mancha to find somebody. Clacking getting double teamed. Easy bucket from Haynes. Oh, Haynes missed the layup. And out of bounds. Grace is fortunate for that not to fall. Looked like an easy bucket. Mancha going out. Walling got a breather but now coming back in with 1:08 on the clock before halftime. Clacking, trying to bring it up, getting doubled. Lots of pressure on the ball. Hellenhaus inside to Walling. Walling tried to shoot it, gets blocked, and the kick out to Duncan all the way. She gets the right lay in, hoping for a foul, didn't get it. Fonseca over to Clacking. Clacking going inside Hellenhaus. Hellenhaus gives it up to Walling, and unfortunately just a little hard of a pass, and gets the turnover. Frustrating for Walling. That was a good look, but pass was too hard. 25 seconds on the clock. Duncan gonna dribble it out here. Just about 2 or 3 seconds between shot clock and regular clock. 9, 8, 7, 4, 3. Duncan doesn't have anywhere to go. Good defense, and the shot clock expired. Great defense by Grace. Not giving Duncan any space. There's 1.4 on the clock now, and Grace has an opportunity to get a shot off. Fonseca throws it up. Didn't get enough oomph behind it, and went out of bounds. Man, that's a tough first half for Grace, and have a little. We can tighten up the screws here during halftime, and I think we have a little bit of work to do. 30-9. That's a tough first half. So stay with us. We'll be right back in about 14 minutes, and hopefully the second half will go better than the first. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back shortly. and this ought to be a good one. We'll see how Grace and Coach Graham can turn things around. With a 21-point deficit, it's going to be hard to whittle away at that, but that's the goal. Inbounds to the Yellow Jackets. Moen, top of the key, trying to find something. Kicks it out to Duncan. Duncan drives. And the kick out, almost a turnover. Jumper from Crow, and Crow missed it. Hollins playing some defense there and sliding all over the floor. Jumper good for Julia Schultz. She got to put a smile on her face. Crow drives and dribbles off her own leg. Grace ball. That's a turnover that we enjoy. Coming back to us. And I think that turnover was brought to you by a good defense. And the kick out, turnover by Grace. We don't like those kinds of turnovers. .9:02 on the clock. Duncan gives it up to Thomas. Thomas back up the top of the key. Thomas drives. Euro step. Almost gets it herself. And a big rebound by Crow. Jumper from Duncan off the front of the rim. And another rebound from Hollins. Grace needs to box out after the shot. Crow drives. Double. Nice stop by Calizzo. Turnaround jumper. And a Grace rebound. Fonseca driving. Back out to Clacking. Clacking over to the corner. Julia wide open. Shoots it again. She has the green light. That's a good shot. She hit the other one a little bit ago. Why not? Duncan going inside to Thomas. Thomas backing it down. High off the glass. No good. Decent looking shot. Good defense by Hellenhaus. Clacking drives. No call there. Hellenhaus down low. Kicks it back out. Back inside to Calizzo. And Calizzo gets it picked out of her own hands. Hollins a little frustrated getting on the floor there. And the possession arrow is in Grace's hands. They called it a jump. Thought Hollins had it. Fonseca with the jumper, and it's good. 14-30, whittle away on that lead. Thomas to the top to Haynes. Wynn saves it to Grace, and Grace pushes it up. Fonseca at the top of the key, doubled. Oh boy, bad pass. Calizzo for three, off the rim. Big rebound by Hellenhaus, and a foul on the floor by Moen. Moen didn't know what she did, just going after the ball. Great rebound by Hellenhaus, snatching it out. Going inside to Fonseca, draws the foul up to the hoop, and she's going to the line. Grace looking a little bit more aggressive here in the second half. I like what I see. 6:44 on the clock. Got a sub coming in. Crow back in the game for Hollins. First one's up and good. Fonseca hits. Fonseca is a 5'7" freshman out of Comstock Park, Michigan. Hits the second. Haynes wants to push it. She's saying, let's go. And she goes all the way to the basket, and nobody stopped her. Coach Graham wondering what just happened. Clacking getting double teamed. Oh, good pressure by Haynes. Clacking just pushes it right into her, and she gets the ball stolen by Crow. Good defense there by Crow. Fonseca bringing it up the floor this time. They're just throwing players at the Grace players, reaching in, no call. I'm surprised. Everywhere you dribble, they're just reaching at it. And a bump that time by Fonseca. Now they call it. When Grace is dribbling, how come they didn't call it when we're going the other way? I don't know. Out to Crow to win. The corner over by Moen, inside. Duncan driving. The scoop, and it's in. That was a good play. Doing a press breaker. Got it down the floor. But Calizzo turns around and just hands the ball right to their defensive player. I don't think she saw her when she turned around. Maybe that's why the turnover happened. I'm not sure. Haynes at the top of the key. Win to the corner. Going back to Duncan. You got a cutter, Haynes, nobody there. Long three. Haynes with the rebound. Inside. Clacking going to try to break this press. She gets doubled. Haynes putting on a lot of pressure. She needs some help. And Clacking being aggressive to try to get across the court. Nobody's helping her, and she was hoping for a foul. But she got called for the 10-second call. I don't know if that was a full 10 seconds, but because I did not look at the shot clock. But it seemed like a really fast 10 seconds. Coach Graham saying, okay, who's supposed to be helping her? What options do we have? You got to think about it, know where you're going, see the open man. They run this press breaker in practice, I'm sure, and they know what to do. Sometimes when there's a lot of pressure, it's hard to remember what you did in practice. Let's see if Grace can turn this around. 16-38 with 4:45 on the clock. Haynes puts it inside, and a steal from Hellenhaus. Schultz back up to Calizzo, kick over to Clacking. Clacking's open. They trap on defense really quickly. Fonseca drives to the basket, hoping for a foul, no good. And the kick out to Haynes. Haynes with the easy lay-in. Haynes has 15 for the Yellow Jackets. Clacking, driving, off her leg. She's frustrated. Lots of pressure. Not a lot of guards on the floor right now for Grace, so Clacking trying to get it across the court by herself. The drive by Wynn over to Haynes. Haynes with the spinning move. couldn't get it to go. Calizzo gets tripped up. Foul on Wynn. .343 on the clock. Grace on the out of bounds. It's a little tougher for Grace with only two players on the bench. Not a very deep bench for them. And then playing against a team that has 6 players on the bench waiting for you. Clacking inside. The lefty scoop. Couldn't get it to go. Got to get back on defense. Clacking puts a little pressure on Hollins. Duncan with the long 3. No good. And a rebound. Calizzo back to Clacking. Looking for her players. Trying to get it to Schultz, but knocked out of bounds. But Crow. Grace ball out of bounds. New player coming in. McElroy back in the game for the Yellow Jackets. A 3 look from Schultz. A little short. Duncan drives. Good defense here. Good stop. Grace playing a 2-3 zone. Jumper, no good from Crow. Wide open for that shot, but just a little short. Inside to Walling. Walling gets the bucket. What a pass by Schultz and a great finish by Walling. Yellow Jackets are putting in Mitchell, giving Crow a break. Torrey gets the roll and makes the 3-point play. Boy, did we need that. That's a little bit of wind in the sails for Grace, 19-40. Still down 21, but still, at least we're staying with them. 2:25 on the clock. Hollins looking around saying, what are we going to run? Duncan says, I'll just shoot it. And she hits it. Clacking getting some pressure in from Hollins again. Fonseca. Back, took a look. Clacking was wide. Schultz driving around. Calizzo for 2. And the jumper's good. 21-43. And we got a timeout on the floor from Coach P from Defiance. And they're probably going to talk it over even though they have a 22-point lead. I'm wondering if they just maybe weren't right running the offense the way that she wanted. I like what I see so far from Grace. Some good signs. Couple of looks inside, trying to find an open man down low, and it paid off. We got a 3-point play out of it. McElroy taking it out of bounds for the Yellow Jackets. And turn the music back down. Get it started. A minute 36 left in the third quarter here. Good defense by Fonseca. Hollins had to recover. Kick out to Duncan again. Off the mark. Clacking all by herself, going to go all the way. Couldn't get it to go. Just about 1:12 on the clock. Duncan calling the play. He drives. Kick out. Hollins, short, out of bounds, off of Mitchell. Just out of reach. Galizzo kicking it in. Clacking sees the two players there stepping in. Seems like somebody's going to be open. Back to Clacking. Drives. No call. Where's the foul, ref? And Duncan takes it all the way to the hole and finishes. Clacking, too much pressure, and she had to fall on it. Three players putting tons of pressure on Clacking. Schultz picks it up, over to Clacking. Reaching, no call for Duncan. Polizzo, long three, no good. And that is I didn't even see the clock. Wow. That is the end of the quarter, 21-45. And a decent look in the corner, just couldn't get it to go for Polizzo. And we did not rebound off of that either. So we're almost to Christmas, and it's a great time of year to spend with family, but also to recognize the reason for the season. Always remember that the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ is the whole reason we're around, and the whole reason we exist. And that if you don't know the Savior and you don't know that you're saved, I sure hope you look it up and learn about Christ. But that's a great season for reflection and spending time with family and just being with the ones you love. Thank the Lord for all the blessings He's given us this year. For me, 2024 was a tough year. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of glad it's done, and I'm looking forward to 2025. All right, so we back in fourth quarter. Nice pass inside, and Mitchell couldn't hold on to it. Great pass from Thomas, finding her cutting. Had she finished that would have been a really good play. They're putting a lot of full court press on again. And then Grace easily breaks the press. Yellow Jackets doing a lot of talking on defense and a lot of defensive pressure there. Calisto got fouled, and I think she might have a cut. We got Tori Walling coming in for Fonseca, excuse me. I think she might have got cut on that foul, and I think she might be bleeding or something. I'm not sure. Calizzo drives, goes into Hallenhaus with the scoop, and they're going to call a travel. I was wondering. Looked like she might have covered too much ground with that spin move. Bowen to the top, going inside. Big move inside. Hard to defend that. Walling did her best, and I think she might have gotten called for that. No, not on Walling. Not sure who that was on. Mitchell's first one up and no good. Just off the mark. And the second one, exactly the same as the first. Fonseca back in the game. Got her hand taped. She's open. She's going to launch it, and she hits it. Boom. That's what we need. 24-45. Haynes drives to the basket, right into Walling, and no call. They're actually going to call a charge. A charge or a push? I'm not sure what that call was, but anyway, Haynes got the call for the foul. And Fonseca bringing it up the floor. They're going to, as soon as they cross that half-court line, they are double teaming. Fonseca got a wide open three. Oh, good look. Crow driving through traffic and gets the turnover. They're going to put a lot of pressure on Clacking. Clacking does a great job weaving through, and the pass to Walling couldn't get there. Good kick. Good defense. Walling was open too. Clacking drives. Calito for two, off the mark. That she was a little frustrated with that. You got to stop ball. Duncan knows nobody's guarding her, and she gets the easy lay-in. Just dribbles right around the player. Calito gives it up. Oh, gets it over to Clacking. The swing. Schultz back to Fonseca. Fonseca drives. They had Walling in there, not seeing her. There she is. And they found her finally, and she finishes. Great bucket by Walling. And a steal from Clacking. Clacking's got 2-on-1, going all the way, hoping for the foul. Fonseca with the cleanup, and she gets the lay-in. 28-47. 7:01 on the clock. Looks like Duncan's going to just walk it up a little bit. Just taking a little breather. Good defense by Fonseca. They found Crow in the corner. Oh, that was a little bit of a charge from Mitchell, trying to do her spin move and knocking her over. And her coach just says, don't complain. Just go down to the other side of the court without complaining. And Barrett comes in for Mitchell. Mitchell taking a breather on the bench. Still got to get it across the half line. Gets it over to Fonseca for two, and that's a long two, but good. 30-47. 6:22 on the clock. Going inside, kicking out to Moen, to Hollins. Hollins gonna get it back over to Duncan. Going inside, and Barrett, as my friend Matt would say, blew it. He always says whenever somebody tries to lay up. Long three, in and out. And Barrett called for the foul, knocking Calizzo to the floor on that rebound. Barrett didn't like the call, wondered what just happened. Schultz could have shot it, but gave it up to Fonseca, and off the mark, out of bounds. Down by 17 with 5:41 on the clock. Need some tough defense here to get a stop. Hollins drives, goes left, shoots right, banks it in. Fonseca gets it across the half line, tries to cut through a couple players, and an errant pass over to Clacking. Crow, dribble drive, jump shot, off the mark. Almost a rebound. Clacking on the floor. Schultz on the floor. Hollins on the floor. Grace had the possession arrow, so it's Grace ball. Clacking bringing it up the floor, gets it over to Calizzo. Calizzo finds Clacking again for the double team, though, and wow, Duncan finds Hollins easily for the lay-in. They're doubling every time Clacking wants to drive through, and I think that's the first time they called the foul, even though she's been getting fouled every time she drives through them. Clacking is a little frustrated with those calls. Finally gets a call. Clacking at the line. First one just off the mark, off the back of the rim. 51-30. 4:33 on the clock. Second one rolls in. Haynes kicks it up to Duncan. Duncan with the layup, but she gets pushed by Emily Clacking. First one, no good. Second one is good and gives them 52. Schultz gives it up to Fonseca. Fonseca drives. Walling with the rebound, and Walling gets hammered. A little too strong for Fonseca to shoot a little past the rim, and Walling there to clean up. And Walling's first one just off the mark. And the second one is good. And a shout out to Tori's family. I heard that she has family watching out of state, so I hope you're enjoying this. And she's doing actually really good. She's got 6 points. Fonseca's leading the Grace scorers with 14, and Tori Walling has 6. For Defiance, it appears that Duncan leads their scores with 17, and Haynes has 15. Haynes hasn't scored in a bit. She did most of her scoring in the first half, and I think second half here, Haynes has been quiet, giving other people opportunity to score. But Calitzo has 4, Clacking has 4, and Schultz has 3. That 1-3 that we saw her hit in the corner, I think that was a 3. Maybe it was a long 2, and I don't know if she had a free throw. I don't remember. Grace putting on a little full court press here. Got to be careful though, because they're quick. And they throw it all the way back. Luckily Walling is back there, but they know how to break the press easily. That's why I said you got to be careful. Clacking driving. She's getting doubled as soon as she crosses that half court line. Calitzo gets doubled, or excuse me, gets high pressure. Turns it over. Haynes says, okay, maybe I will take it to the hoop this time. Like I said, she's been quiet. Haynes in the corner, drives again, and she hits it this time. She must have heard me. Schultz to Fonseca to Clacking. Clacking, travel. Dragged her pivot foot, didn't have anywhere to go. Coach P is saying she thought maybe they should get the ball moving faster on that press break. Duncan driving all the way to the lane, gets fouled by Walling. That is Walling's second. Team's third. Duncan at the line. And she hits it. Second one is good. (58-32) with 3:15 on the clock. Fonseca brings it across the court. The shot clock has not been moving, so the referees said, my time. Trying to get the shot clock moving. He tells them to move it down to 19, 18, 16, 15. Wow, they're really not giving him much. I'm surprised. Okay, they're going back up to 22. I was going to say, I didn't think that much time went off the clock. Got the inbounds to Fonseca. Fonseca with a jumper, and it's good. Sometimes those little jumpers like that are really tough, but she made it look easy. And a stop by Tori Walling. Great defense. Calitzo brings it across the top, the half line. Gets it inside to Schultz. Schultz back to Calitzo for 3. Off the rim. Schultz almost with the rebound. Duncan pulls it down. Duncan off and running. Good defense by Clacking and knocks it out of bounds. It's still Defiance ball. Good defense by Calitzo, knocking it out of bounds, and it is still Defiance ball. A little bit surprised Defiance not going inside of their big. She was dominant in the first half, and they're going to their guard play. Thomas got hit Crow got hit. Walling pulls down the rebound, and it is Defiance ball. Thomas wants out of the game. She just got hit in the face, and that hurt a little bit. Mitchell back in the game for Defiance. Duncan drives to the basket. Foul on the floor, a little push. That is on Emily Clacking. That is her second. Grace in their 2-3 zone. Defiance trying to penetrate and dish. Haynes going inside. Mitchell couldn't finish. Grace with the rebound. Fonseca for three. Oh, just in and out. That looked good from my angle. 1:36 on the clock. 34-58. Haynes to Duncan. Duncan into Wynn. Wynn dribbles. Says somebody else take it. And so Clacking says, I'll take it. Clacking finishes. I heard someone in the crowd say Duncan, Emily. She had open dunk, but she got the layup instead. And we got a timeout on the floor from Coach P. Nope. Not a timeout? Maybe it is a timeout. I don't know what that call was. Going inside. Beautiful spin move by Mitchell. She had the open lane. Fonseca almost gets her pocket picked by Haynes. Haynes trying. Fonseca getting a lot of pressure. And a good hustle by Mancha. Goes inside the Walling, and Walling gets fouled. Good ball movement by Grace. Foul on Crittenden. And just rolls out. Second one is up and good. 7 points for Walling. 35 seconds left. High pressure from Schultz here against Duncan. Wide open in the corner. Crittenden is open, but a long shot with only a few seconds left on the shot clock. Eight seconds left in the game. Out of bounds by Mancha. They're going to dribble it out. 4 seconds left here in a 60-37 final. And that is it, folks. And thanks for joining us, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and just stay classy and have a great night. Drive safe out there, and just have fun the rest of the year. Happy New Year, everybody. Take care. Have a good night.